Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chris.
And Fern.
And together we're Star Witness, bringing you the first ever Star Witness podcast in the form of a video blog, otherwise known as a vlog. Transmitting to you pre-recorded from beautiful Portland, Oregon, this podcast is all about the ups and downs and all arounds of what it takes to run a DIY music project in these crazy times we're living in. This is something we plan on bringing to you once a month, each time featuring one of our songs as we break it down in terms of everything from inspiration for song lyrics to the general production process. We'll also bring you some other little features, so I hope you enjoy it and I hope you subscribe. First song we're going to be taking a look at is called After the Show. It's one of the songs off of our upcoming release entitled One of the Ones. And this is a song that Fern wrote the lyrics to before I even knew Fern. So Fern, why don't you tell us a little something about the inspiration for the lyrics on this song?
Okay.
Well, I wrote After the Show originally as a poem, and it was kind of like a love postponed kind of poem where I was saying to a musician guy that I was seeing that, you know, after we're done with all these shows, this tour, after all this is over, then maybe we can check back in with each other because we're just both so busy and there's just all this practicality happening that we can't really deny. And then it started to evolve into this song and took on also this kind of cosmic reincarnation idea, which was that not only will I maybe check in with you after the shows, you know, and the tours that we have, but maybe I'll be checking in with you after this grand show that we all put on here on planet Earth. And so that became like, maybe if we can't resolve it all, we'll do it next time. And that's what happened when I thought about writing After the Show.
One of the things people always say, they go, why would we reincarnate and then come back and you forgot everything that you learned in the last life? And I have the feeling that the simple answer to that, in not so simple terms, is that the lessons that you learn when you're having your little spiritual being in a physical body on planet Earth in this third dimensional realm, the kind of lessons you learn are lessons of the heart, as cheesy as that sounds. So that when you come back in your next life, you don't remember it with your brain and shit like it's just like another memory, like, you know, from your childhood or whatever. It's a feeling almost that you have in your heart.
Getting into the nuts and bolts of the production process. The song was recorded in a couple different setups, my old home studio and my new home studio. It was recorded on a couple different systems, Mac desktop running Pro Tools 6 and a MacBook Pro running Pro Tools 9. I worked in the hip-hop collective for years called Hungry Mob, doing production, performance, engineering, all that good stuff, so that heavily influences the way I work now when I'm producing tracks. This song is a song that uses a blend of what you might call a more traditional hip-hop production approach and a more traditional rock song production approach. Fern got the inspiration for the lyrics without a melody, as I understand it originally, and then the lyrics ended up inspiring a melody in Fern's head. She's running around with that, the lyrics melody combination for a while on her own, remembering it, and that's always a good sign, in my opinion, that something's worth keeping and turning into a song if it's just like, you know, you've never even had a chance to share it with others or really work it out on an instrument and it's just boom, sticking with you. She just basically sang the song to me a cappella style, and I hear it and I go, okay, yeah, I'm liking that one. And right away it just had a certain, I don't know what it had because it's a weird song. Anyway, I was feeling it, the lyrics and all that. Sit down at the keyboard, work out some chords, hone in on the melody with her, hone in on a tempo. Once we had all that figured out, I sat down at the drums so I could work out some basic parts, come up with some kind of foundation before bringing in the rest of the musicians. I like to start off all songs with a strong sense of direction while at the same time staying open to and listening for what the song wants, so to speak, as we go. Doing like Quincy Jones puts it, leaving enough space in the room for God to walk through. In this song we have Kevin Ellis on the keyboards, Thatcher Schmidt on violin and viola, Fern on the vocals, and myself on drum and bass. We were also playing live shows with Star Witness at the time, so that really helped us gel it and get it ready for recording. Unfortunately, I can only record up to 10 tracks at once, so what I did was lay the drums down first, about half acoustic, half digital, laid the bass down on top of that, then flew that on over to Kevin via email. He laid his keys down, flew that back to me, brought in Thatcher, and then recorded Fern and some samples until it was ready for mix down.
All right. So this brings us to our next feature, in which we share a song, a book, and a link with you that we are really feeling right now.
Inspiration.
Definitely. So for the song, I'd like to share with you a song by beautiful and talented singer Erykah Badu, and the song is Bag Lady. Love for you to check it out. We actually jam out to it often just for fun, and it's just a beautiful song about letting go of all the stuff we carry around. So
that needs to be let go.
Definitely. So we love Erykah Badu, and we love to sing that song, and I think you'll love it too. Alright, and so for the book.
On the book side of things, I would like to recommend to those of you out there who like to check out how the magic is made in the studio, a book called Behind the Glass by Howard Massey. This book talks about a bunch of different sessions throughout time, throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, into the new millennium mainly. And there's volume 1 and volume 2. And, you know, how producers do their thing, how artists interact with producers, how artists and artists be interacting, how John Lennon and Paul McCartney weren't wanting to record in the studio at the same time for a while because of how hard they were tripping on each other. Little weird stuff like that, you know, just helps shed a different kind of light on some of our favorite music that we've been listening to over the years. Awesome. Behind the Glass by Howard Massey.
Sweet.
As far as the link goes,
yeah.
For those of you who like to check out the kind of information that helps expand your perspective on life, coasttocoastam.com. All letters. We'll put the link somewhere where it's easy for you to find. Coast to Coast AM is an AM radio show that comes on late night, and it's one of the biggest ones on the planet as far as I can tell that talks about the stuff they talk about. Everything from the spiritual to the scientific, the metaphysical to the historical, all kinds of really well-researched guests and a very cool host named George Norrie. If you're into that type of thing, coasttocoastam.com.
Awesome. So that is our song, Book and a Link.
A star witness is someone who's experienced an injustice firsthand, has a unique perspective on it, and has the courage to speak up about it. It could be anyone from a teenager posting a video on YouTube about school bullying to a field journalist uncovering crime in high places. Each month, we'll showcase a star witness who's recently inspired us.
Now, before you believe that nonsense.
This month's star witness is Dr. Paul Connett, Executive Director of the Fluoride Action Network. Here in Portland, Oregon, we're the last big city in the U.S. to have non-fluoridated water coming out of our taps. And even though the city has voted it down 3 times in the past, corporate lobbyists and our own city council are trying to push it on us without a public vote. Dr. Paul Connett is a man who's been educating the public on an international level for years regarding the true effects of water fluoridation on the masses. We were fortunate enough to see him make a presentation on a recent visit to Portland.
Describe the reduction in the United States to water fluoridation is either incompetence because they couldn't be bothered to see what the worldwide figures were, or it was fraud. It was deception. You're going to win this battle for the rest of the country and the rest of the world. You've already got coverage in the New York Times, and you've got coverage today in the Associated Press. Everybody in America knows that this is going on.
Alright, thanks for watching. We welcome your questions and comments. You can also check us out on our Reverb Nation page at reverbnation.com/starwitness, where there's photos, videos, and a whole lot more.
Indeed. For now, we're going to leave you with featured song of the month. We've thrown together a little slideshow to go with it, just a little, underground little, not a video, but something visually stimulating nonetheless. We've included lyrics at the bottom of the screen in case anyone's wondering what the heck is this girl talking about. Hope you enjoy it and look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.
Yeah.
This is just a phase.
Syntaxes of minutes left swimming below gravel notes and silky dyes. Quiet dove and giant eagle holding the remnants. Stumble out, blinded and slightly dazed. Tumble by the union and tender with bruises, which touch our brilliant wings and fly away, willing for our own happy ending. I've known you so many times before this, and I'm with you wherever you go. I've known you so many times before this. could be burned alive and think nothing of it. Just tell me what's the use in leaving this way? Mouth swollen, silent by the practical choir, and you whisper out loud, this is just a phase. But you can tell, and I know well that you're just a liar. I've known you so many times before this, and I'm with you wherever you go. I've known you so many times before this. I'll meet you outside after the show. I've known you so many times before this, and I'm with you wherever you go. I've known you so many times before this. I'll meet you outside after the show. Outside after the show.